Now we're going to pan way over here, and starting off here, there's another turntable. I'm going to come a little closer to it so you can actually see this model. This is a BSR 1200 XL, and as you can see, there's a bunch of buttons on the front here that allow you to start up the record, cue it to the particular song you want using the arrow buttons, and you can also program up to 8 songs from an LP if you so desire. I'll give you a little close-up view of the program buttons because this is very unique on a turntable. You don't find too many of these around. The problem with this one, in case you want to know, is that the arm won't move across the record like it should. It gets stuck. And at first I thought it might have been the record. There might have been a scratch in the record, but here it's not the record itself, because I tried a brand new mint condition record and it still got stuck. So there's probably something wrong with the mechanic, and I'll have to investigate that. Over here is a black and white television radio combo. I can't think of the brand name off of it offhand, and through the camera it's kind of hard to see. But this TV works great. I keep it because in case the power goes out, then I have a television and radio to fall back on to know what's going on, during the power outage. So those are really neat to have. Of course, by 2009, though, of next year, the analog sets aren't going to work unless you have one of those converter boxes. So I'm going to probably take advantage of using these battery-operated sets freely this year, so that way they get their full use. There's another television. I'm leaning over past the turntable so I don't have to move it. And this is a TMK black and white TV only, which works pretty well. And let me move over here and let you see this, which is a Yorks turntable with a converter attached to it because it's a 12-volt turntable from a stereo which I never received. I just received the turntable because the previous owner had it at one time and he had no use for it. So I got it, and I cut the end off of the cord and had a 12-volt power supply and hooked it up to that, and it works beautifully. It's great for testing out old records because of the needle that it has. It's very good for that. Let me pan over here and show you my equipment here on the shelving. There's a SCT-49 dual cassette deck, which I plan to recycle due to the fact that it has a problem with the record deck recording too low and the speed is not in sync. So I've basically given up on that unit. I'm just waiting to collect enough to put it in the recycle bin for recycling. On top of that is an SCT-87 cassette deck. And over here there's a bunch of other cassette deck radio combos. There's a Panasonic RX CT800. On top is a GE. In the back there's a Magnavox cassette recorder. And I also have a Vestax MR300 4-track recorder, which presently isn't working right now. I believe it needs a belt because nothing will happen when I put a tape in and try to play it. And then that silver radio combo cassette is a GE as well. And that's ancient. That's about 25 years old. And the only thing wrong with it is sometimes the volume is scratchy. but the tape works and the radio works just as well. And any of this stuff that you see, if you would like a demonstration, I'd be happy to do that. In fact, I plan on doing that in future videos. I'll take a couple items and actually give you a good demonstration of each item that I can show you. And for those items that aren't working, I'm going to try to attempt to repair them, or at least let you see what they look like inside, so that if you're an individual that likes electronics and likes to mess around with old vintage equipment, well, you're certainly heading in the right field, because it's always good to learn anything you can about electronics. Here's the last of the vintage equipment here in my shop. I got some speakers, some more radios. There's an equalizer there from Radio Shack, and pretty much all this on this shelf works really, really well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of this stuff here on this particular shelf you're looking at here. These speakers, just a real quick general description of them, they are wireless, and I'll be glad to demonstrate those in a future video as well. So that's the vintage equipment in my shop. The next area I'll take you to is my music library. So we'll be there in the next video.